Good morning. Whoa, my stuff is all messed up. It's gotten crazy. How's everybody doing? We're gonna play some crows today. We didn't play them at all yesterday, so I figured we'd play a little bit before we try for like a third attempt at getting a bomb into the end game, since it doesn't seem like we're capable of doing it. But no, I Google searched and tried to figure out the audio problem, or what could be causing it. I think there's maybe just too many background apps that are open and it just latent sound eventually, but I'm not 100% sure. A-bombs? Oh, A-bombs actually still alive? I thought we died yesterday before I left. Oh, well, we might continue A-bomb again a bit later. I wanna convert our guy back to crows, and then we will make him possibly cold if we can get a second Apogee sword to fall. Yeah, where is minion spell and spell? It was this one that we were using, yeah. There's also the chest we changed. We're gonna throw that back. I don't think there was anything else we did. Perfect. Go ahead and get out of here, raptors. We need an archer's legacy, that's what we need. I'm thinking about, instead of building into their crit chance, I'm really debating giving them the more damage. Ooh. Okay, yeah, let's do this way. The following points. When we get the Apogee swords and convert to cold, anyways, you get extra levels. That'll help then. I also don't remember which Harbingers we've done and which ones we haven't. We should have that set up. He's still there. Might change that later. We'll go ahead and do all timelines, I guess. As we almost die right off the bat. That would have been embarrassing. Our damage is way less than it was. Hopefully, we can change that here. I think we need that 80% damage there. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, you know what it is? I know what we did. Yeah. It's because we have we changed all the passives. Yeah, we gotta go change some stuff, dude. Forgot we made everything melee. It's alright, we'll get that fixed up. Oh, that is a ton of mana. No thanks. Ba-bum. Sam, welcome to the channel. Thanks for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're excited for... God, it's so weird to say patch is a month away after we were just saying it's 2 weeks. Hope you're excited for Season 2. War points. Alright, here we go. Damage per crow. Let's cap out the crow storm damage. I don't really care too much about the area at the moment. One more point. We'll do this one. That should boost us enough here. Yeah, we really need that crit chance. Bum, 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 bum. Ooh, that is a pretty nice one. That damage between crits and not is huge. Ouch. Yeah, that crit's gonna have to be the last thing that we build into. Let's see, to convert to cold, you have to go 2 points there. We could do damage per shock, or just more damage per crow. I think we'll just keep stacking that one up. Let's go redo these passives. Boom, 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 boom. Alright. We do not want this one. We are not dual wielding. The rest is fine. Need those points back. Guess it really doesn't make too much of a difference there. Yeah, that'll be it. We'll get our cooldown back. Boom, boom, boom. That's not going to make too much of a difference. What do we have on this? Ton of minion damage. Do I need necrotic? And we don't need cold resist at all. The necrotic would be nice. Probably leave that one. Actually, not bad. Guess we just keep looking for apologies with some LP on them. Why not? We actually do have 2 of them, actually. Oh god, this is now with no LP though. We would be missing out on too much minion spell. Yeah, we really need that with LP. Shall just keep looking. Boom, boom, boom. What a swing and a miss. Oh boy. Ooh, finally a plus to Stormcrow. Ooh. The Maelstrom is so unnecessary though. Still a nice chest. What's up, Amity? How you doing? Good morning. What do we want to do here? Let's just keep going with damage per crow, I guess. Boom, boom. You getting pumped for just just a few more weeks till this next patch drop? Bet you're excited. Reminds me. Just cleaning? That doesn't sound fun at all. That doesn't sound fun at all. Oh god, quit moving. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's a lot of bleed. That is a lot of bleed. Yep, no fun, just cleated. Yeah. Yeah, prepping it all for the next season though, or are you gonna be stuck at work or something? These are garbage. Really don't know where we even have room for healing effectiveness. Can we throw it on? We could probably throw it on the rings, actually. Yeah, we don't need the mana or the elemental damage. I just need to find a nice ring would be nice. Tell you what, I don't enjoy crows as much as I used to. I don't know what it is about minion builds. Feeling like we might just continue the auto bomber, or not the auto bomber, the abomination. Bottom. Oh my god, going all the way back. Just say you'll take the casual approach, might play more later after everyone has all the fun. Ah, you're stuck at work. Couldn't get the time off. I feel for you. I think this patch will be pretty amazing. I think we're gonna see a lot of like well, I think that as they expand the game, you're going to begin to see a bigger difference between casual builds and like endgame builds, especially as they keep introducing more and more crafting scenarios where there's extra fixes and extra stuff in different areas. It's going to get crazy. Gross. Shield bash. If only that's what we needed. What's up there? How you doing? Can you take your time to show the build and describe a bit of nodes you take, especially for this one, and what uniques you want to try later on? Yeah, again. This one's pretty simple. You just have as many crows as possible. I kind of want to keep these in case we use them on another build. But as you can see, we're not using any uniques at all. Like there's no uniques. The only thing you care about on this entire build is minion spell damage, which you can get the most of it on a two-handed staff with you know, dual fixes. Obviously in hardcore we don't want to dual wield, or at least not unless we like really have to. And then eventually, Apogee the Frozen Lights, if we get some of these with 1 or 2 LP, we'll eventually switch to this, make the crows cold instead of lightning, get a bunch of extra levels, and then we just have the tree spec to do as much Storm Crow damage as possible. So spec into the Storm Crow damage, the more damage per crow, as well as, you know, the more damage here, and then yeah, we built into our melee attacks, giving them extra damage as well, or have a chance to. Damage per crow. The wolves only used for the +1 companion. Swipe, go to the left side, use it for the nearest companion ability, so you're getting an extra Storm Crow every time you swipe, which currently is every 1.5 seconds. Warcry to heal us and make us immune. You know, healing through the breath, immunity. Every time it goes off, a little crit chance for the crows. And then, of course, the leap. The leap allows us to give them a little extra spell damage. It also will give them frenzy, heal them a little bit. It cleanses us after landing. The companions will leap with us. This is of course only for the wolf, sabers, and raptors. It's actually not for our current crows because we were doing raptors. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. Pretty simple. Just let the crows do their thing. More layers of character customization and things to, yeah, all the things that do that, yeah. Yep. That is exactly how it'll just keep going. I should probably also mention that the in the passives you want aspect of the links, since we'll always have that up. But that's how they're keeping themselves alive, is with all the leech they get on their crits. We are taking a lot of damage on this map. Oh, dude, guys. Yeah, too much damage. Crows are dead. No thanks. I'm out. Peace. Poor birds. That one hurt without the healing effectiveness. We're gonna have to change that up a bit. Oh well. I wanted to play A-bomb anyways. Let's go play the A-bomb. Continue to level him up a bit. Is there any lightning hybrid available, or the only one you don't know if it's mace on Primal's gear? Lightning hybrid available. Define, what do you mean by hybrid for the crows? Like playing cold and lightning at the same time? I don't. I'm pretty sure you got to play one way or the other. And the crows are so well spec'd in their tree that you get, there's so many nodes that give you more damage based on the number of them that you don't really want to do hybrid companions. You don't really want to run another companion with them because it takes away from that maximum number. I don't even remember what we're doing here. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Cooper, welcome to the channel. Hope you're doing well, man. I don't know what it is, but I am like, I don't know if I'm tired or what today, but I think it's time to wake up. I don't know about you guys. Maybe I didn't give myself enough wake up time after I woke up this morning. Maybe that's what it is. But we gotta get going. We need a little bit of cinnamon. Get us up and going. I shouldn't. I probably shouldn't use the word need. I feel like the word need might be overused in this. But cheers, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Let's play some good old Necromancer as we work towards A-bomb and wake up to a little fireball. Oh yeah, that'll get you going.
Who are you? Go on.
Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, we fled when we were up here, that's right. Now I remember. We almost died before we left. Lightning minion plus another one, but you really don't know this part well? Yeah. I mean, you can, but the problem is the way you would build companions would ruin it. Because inside, I don't have access to it, but there's so many nodes that give you damage based on how many crows you have, that if you take away a crow, like you pretty much lose out on that damage for whatever other minion you're using. What did we have going on here? We had 6 of those bad boys. Our golem, no leech, and running the fire starter. Alright. And I absolutely hate this map because it always traps you. The moment that you go backwards, extra mobs start spawning. I hate it. Oh god. Bum, bum, bum. Also, no, we do have a little void. We have a little void. Should we throw a shield on? Why not? A shield would be extremely helpful. I also don't remember what we even had. Alright, well those gloves suck. Let's see, can we, let's transfer this bad boy. Actually, endurance really isn't that horrible of a choice. That one's pretty bad. That is not what I wanted. Whatever. We continue. But yeah, there is a thing like shared lightning damage and cold lightning looks the primals. Okay, so the way that works. So, do you mean shared between your character? God, I hate how monsters start. Yeah, see, I hate this when monsters spawn as we try to run away. It's a trap. The whole thing's a trap. Basically what the shared means is it's sharing it between the companion and you. So if you want to run, if you're running a shaman, which you can do, or you could run like cold crows and cold upheaval or something, and take those nodes. Or if you're playing shaman, I think those are kind of meant for like if you run cold or lightning crows, you could also run cold or lightning skills, such as like cold skills like avalanche and maelstrom. It's shared damage between you, yourself, the character, and the crows, or whatever companion you use. You could do a cold saber or a cold scorpion, whatever. But yeah, as Beastmaster, there's not really any skills for that build that I was playing where we're gonna be doing shared such damage. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could build into like a lightning swipe and do lightning crows, but the swipe damage is so minimal compared to what our crows are doing that I wouldn't bother. Gonna get ourselves trapped here again. Best work, minions. Could really use some 17 ward per second. That'll do it. That will do it. Yeah, that'll give us a little survivability. We need some health regen. There we go. We got our void res. Loving it. Loving it. Yes. Oh god, what do we want to do? By the way, never see Sabretooth. Is he underwhelming or lacking, or some nodes interaction to be played more often? He's just lacking. I haven't played in a couple of years. I don't know what he's still lacking. I know that from before, there just really wasn't the damage there. He's also a really weird character. If I remember the Saber correctly, a lot of the nodes are kind of like spell-based slash melee-based. So you're like trying to play a hybrid companion. Which has really never worked before. I haven't tried the Saber, and honestly, with the new affixes, the minion flat damage you can get for melee and spell on the same weapon, perhaps he would be better. But it seems like having one companion just really can't compare too well with having 5 or 6 companions. I have no idea what I want to run here. That being said, I've heard Scorpion's really good. So, I think Scorpion has a few things inside of its tree that are more modifiers, and perhaps the Scorpion needs a boost on that. Or not the Scorpion, but the Saber. We're not getting A-Bomb for a while. We're not getting... actually, we're going to save it. We're going to save it for the Skeleton Mages. Yeah. We're going to get those guys soon enough. We just need one more point, actually. Hybrid is hard, but the more new items craft, maybe you can finally push those things higher. Yeah. And I bet they will always go higher. The question isn't necessarily whether they'll go higher. The question is, will they be, balanced with the top? Because as long as you have other builds that perform, leagues ahead of it, it's going to be very difficult for to push builds like that. But it's playable. You can play it if you want. I'd be willing to bet you can run around with a Saber if you want. The real question is how far are you gonna make it. Bum bum bum. Yeah, the others would be. Yeah, they'll have more power. Man, I kind of want the Pestilence. I would love to be able to shotgun Hungering Souls right now. What the hell? I don't want Flask. What I really want is some mages out here. That'd be cooking. We're running a big circle. What are we doing? Not paying attention. Dude, that ward is saving us right now. I love it. There it is. Time for some mages. Hell yeah. Ooh. Let's go for the +1 mage right off the bat. So let's do the base crit and 2 into the gray. Give him a little survivability. The next point will get us there. And give me, where the hell's my mage? My mage. We have 4, 3. Yeah, just 3 at the moment. All right, all right. Yeah, at a point, people need to stop to only see LE as a game where you just play Ward or best DPS build to 800 1000 corruption. LE has more to offer. Literally talked about sooner. Maybe that'll not help at 1.0, 1.0 at the end. Yeah, it's the thing is like, I mean, you can go to PoE and you can argue the same thing. You could go in PoE and you could say there's an unlimited number of builds and a ton of things that you can do, right? But obviously, there's only a handful that tend to push at the top. So that's just pretty much, I mean, the whole point of the ARPG, I feel, is that that's what people want to discover. And then as seasons change, you obviously rebalance it and push different things to the top or make new things possible. So if you're one that just wants to push the endgame to 1000 corruption, yeah, you're going to follow somebody or make your own. There's only going to be a select few that go there, right? Whereas if you just want to enjoy the game, yeah, you can always try other things. Me personally, I don't think that every skill in the game, every possible build, should obviously not be capable of doing, everything the same, because it would just mean that you couldn't make a wrong choice. It would just be, you can pretty much do anything you wanted, and it's all gonna take you there. Oh, damn it. Oh, there's so many of them. Yes, trap them. Trap them. There we go. A whole lot of crap. Keepers? Gross. Not what I wanted. What's the current solo self-found hardcore fresh start meta build? Ooh. It's beyond me. Probably, if I had to guess, I would say it's probably the Warlock. But to be fair, I don't really follow the meta, so I have no idea. I don't know what people are pushing. I would assume it's probably an Acolyte of some sort. I'd be surprised if it was something else. Maybe a Mage. Probably if I had to guess, one Mastery, Warlock would be at the top. Dude, we have too many minions already. 10 minions and they are owning. I love it. The mages are so powerful early on. What's up, Zolak? Morning, bud. Finally doing a minion build? What do you mean finally? We've been in hardcore. We've been pushing crows, and we've been pushing A-bomb for like the whole week that we've been doing it. We've only been doing minion builds. Any idea what I'm doing for 1.2 yet? You know exactly what I'm doing for 1.2, and it is not a minion build. You already know. Unfortunately. Well, it's not to say we won't play minions later, but we're definitely not going minions at the start. No way, Jose. You mean aside the bugs ones, and the big ones at the top? Other build skills uniques look fine to play and can kill some harbor and do corruption. Some of them are very weak, but gonna balance them one day or another. Yeah, like I don't mind them being able to do harbingers. I'm pretty sure. So once you get into a category where you call things, Wow, why am I am totally drawing a blank. What do you call the bosses? What do you call Aberoth? Pinnacle boss. So once you get to the level where you have put in pinnacle bosses in the game, I don't believe that every build in the game should be capable of defeating a pinnacle boss. Like that it no longer makes it if anything you do in the game can destroy the hardest content, you've messed up. So like I don't mind if every build gets balanced and you know like say the Sabertooth an underperforming build is capable of doing the Harbingers, sure. Is capable of doing all the timeline bosses, awesome. Does them a bit slower, that's fine. But if like every one of those builds can defeat the pinnacle boss, I wouldn't define it as a pinnacle boss anymore. Like then it's just everyone can do it. It's not hard. What's up, Trek? How you doing? You don't know exactly what you're doing for 1.2, but it's obviously a paladin. You just don't know what skills yet. You've given up on your falcon, huh? Thought you were enjoying it. Bum bum bum. You were never gonna play it for 1.2. Yeah. Well, you never know. Maybe you would have found something that was super uber cool with it and you changed your mind. Let's see. No flat minion damage yet, son of a bun. Exactly, and then you picked Acid Flask? Well, I meant maybe something with Acid Flask made it good, and then you're like, oh yeah, we're going this route. Hey, you never know. Yeah, we don't get any flat till the top either. Sad day. I guess we just keep cooking like this. There are some skeletal crows. These are some skeleton crows. Yeah, I got bored of it. We were playing skeletons, and I'm bored of the crows at the moment. It just wasn't that fun. I don't know why. I wasn't enjoying it. We decided to make a full-fledged army instead. Bum 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 bum. But not to digress, you could just say that our crows have died and grown legs. And now we're running the skeletal crows. Could still happen, but it won't. Throwing builds you think are the only thing you like on Rogue, though? Throwing's fun. It's probably why you also like Paladin. Granted that you don't use a throwing ability, but it's also another throwing class. Which, if I recall, I'm pretty sure you use a melee skill, but oh well. Whoa, the crows, huh? Whoa. I don't know if I'd go that far. No, we might play some more crows later, but basically we're running around just looking for LP Apaches, so it's pretty boring. I'd rather find the LP Apologies on another character. Boom, 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 boom. Don't know why, but for some reason you just don't like any melee or bow builds on Rogue. The skills you play in a way just can't seem to like them. I don't mind the bows. The melee feels, I don't know. To me, the melee just feels weird. Maybe it's too fast. I don't know what it is, but I love the bow. Like I love multi-strike and flurry as bow skills. I really like them. Detonating arrows, all right. Maybe it's just the AoE feels really plain with like Flurry playing as melee, but just never super enjoyed it. Are you going to be starting Heartseeker like 70% of the audience? No. No, I will not be starting Heartseeker, although I think Heartseeker will be really, really fun. I will be doing, as per history shows, I will be running a Void Knight. And it will definitely be a Void Knight, and it will use all the same skills that I normally run with Auto Bomber, and it may or may not just be Auto Bomber, but we'll be going Void Knight. Favorite build that is melee is Nova Hammers. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's throwing. I'm almost positive that's throwing. Hammers is a fun one. Probably one of my... Out of all the throwing skills in the game, Hammers is my favorite. Especially when you make them spiral. Kind of weird, because I ran a poll, and it seemed like most people on YouTube, most people felt like they were going to be running a Sentinel. Not the Rogue for the new skill. Let's do one more skeleton. Let's do one more mage, just to make us really unstoppable. Yeah, we'll do all that later. You don't like the spiral ones? You never liked that in Diablo 2? I loved them in D2. I liked them more in D2 than I do in Last Epoch, but they're still really fun in Last Epoch. Yeah, you mean throwing is the closest you've come to melee in this game? Yeah, I feel ya. To be fair, I do run a Void Knight, and I only play Spell. So... You hope this skill is not going to power creep too much. Would be cool if it's strong because people's retention, but it's mandatory marksman skill. It makes other marksman skills feel bad. If it's anything like new skills that they typically put in the game, like I don't know if you guys have noticed this trend, but all recent skills that have been added, all the newest ones, typically, especially if you look at like Rune Master, almost all skills kind of tie into other skills. So I would be very surprised if this skill by itself was like a one-way playstyle where it's just that skill. I would assume there would be ways to interact with others. That's kind of the direction they've gone with most new things that they've put into the game. Dude, this is probably the hardest I've ever ran in hardcore with no fear of dying on these void maps. Usually I'm scared, but we've got way too many minions. We can't be stopped. Well, we had too many minions. A couple may have died. Booch. Ooh. Absolutely nothing for me. That's cool. Knights don't know spells. They know Big Blade and maybe Shield. Nope. Nope. I won't be doing Erasing Strike. I will not be running Warpath. Which, you know what's funny is you say they don't know spells, they know Big Blade, but don't all those skills have the spell work base of echoes? One would argue that's magical. How else would you have a shadowy force perform a duplicate maneuver that you've just performed. But no, I'll be going all spell. Arguably spell. It will be spell-based. We'll leave it at that. Throwing looks cool even on Sentinel. The Javelin Trail looks fun to play. Another spell. another spell. The Holy Trail. It's so weird how many spells they have. I don't mind it though, I love it. Even Pally has spells. Look at Judgment, Smite. Yeah, you have Judgment, you have Healing Hands, you have Smite, you have Javelin, which can be converted into Holy Trail. You have Hammers, which can be converted into Ravaging Auras or Void Auras or whatever the hell they're called. You have Smite, which can be played as Lightning or Fire or Void. You have Sigils, which is a spell. You have Holy Aura, which is a magical defensive spell. Your Sigils are spells. What does that leave that's non-spell? Your Warpath? Doesn't your Warpath have spells? Doesn't it shoot out smites? You could argue that your minion forged weapons are spells. I think they actually count as minion melee, but you know, whatever. It's very spell-based. I mean, it's nice because you have melee, you have spell, and you have throwing. So you have some of everything in there, but spells are almost a part of anything you do on it. It is Sentinel itself that knows the spells, or is it he who infected the void that does the magical effects? Yeah, sometimes it's kind of weird. I don't know the backstories of the characters. I am curious, the void and corruption, like how that plays into the backstory of the Void Knight himself. Like, was he a paladin that got infected? Like I think they cover it in the cinematic a little bit in the character, but I really don't know. Like I really don't remember if there's any backstory to it or not. The Warpath Echo thing looks like a spell. Well, that's what I'm saying. All the echoes, the Void Knight itself, no matter what skill you play that echoes, is pretty spell. That's why it's even if you go Big Blade and do, say, Erasing Strike Void Knight, all the echoes that you're almost guaranteed to build into, all the void beams that come out of it, all the void rifts that come out of it, they're all spells. Like, you may build just melee damage, but there's still some spells in there. I guarantee you're probably using Anomaly. Another spell. So many. Come on, give me some flat minion damage here. What? Garbage. I'm falling behind. Paladins are magical and the knightiest of knights of Sentinel. Fun fact, Sentinel was originally called Knight. Yep, I believe it. Decided to try Warlock. Didn't do a Bleed or Torment Warlock. Are they equally strong? I haven't really played enough with them, but I'm pretty sure whether you decide to go any sort of ailment with them, with curses, like, I'm pretty sure you're going to be just fine. Should do a lore series. Maybe it will inspire them to complete the story. I don't know the story enough. I think they know the story enough, and maybe it's just not in the game as much as they'd like it to be. But I'm going to be honest. The story does not intrigue me. Like, that would be a very boring time for me. I'd rather just kill some stuff. Rive looks cool. Rives, I like Rive as a melee skill. I also like the way it combo works, especially with like its first and second strike versus third. But I've just never been a huge fan of melee. I like spells way too much. Come back, lizard. Oh yeah. You can't withstand the golem, bud. You can change the order of the combo and everything. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I would say that the oh, we got the full Pebble set. How How powerful is the Pebble set this early on? Hold on, we may try this here. Thank you, COF. Also, oh my god, where's Fox? We got a Calamity. We have a Firestarter Torch and a Calamity that fell on the same run. This is tough. We have the Firestarter Torch with a Calamity. Unfortunately, though, Hungering Souls isn't converted to fire at the moment. Still a win. But moving on. Oh, you have to be actually level 30 to wear the pebbles? Oh, that's sad. That's sad. I really want that flat 42 damage. What do we got on this? The Thord Slinger? Yeah, we can go ahead and change that one. As for the relic, cast speed int, we could change that one too, not a big deal. Guess we'll have to wait till 30 to wear the actual wand. Until then, actually it does us no good. We're not converted to fire, so this, yeah. That doesn't do us any good. Pebbles should be level gated. By the time you can use it, you outgrow it. Yeah, especially since, I mean, the flat 42 is huge, but by the time we're level 30 plus, we're going to start finding stabs that have flat minion spell damage and melee damage. So like, it kind of ruins it. I will say for minion builds in the next patch, this set is one I'm looking at. Like, I really want to be able to put that flat damage onto a set. The only problem that I find with this, these two slots are easy, but my endgame minion builds, I like to wear two-handed staff, but maybe this will make up the difference and we could throw a shield on or something and just be more tanky. But I was hoping for a big damage boost, because the 42 flat is nice. Speaking of which, right now they would get lightning, which is not really what I want, but we could change that. Just an old ass set, like one of the first ones, wasn't it? I'm sure with 1.2 you'll find some kind of use. Yeah. It is old, but you also shouldn't be able to find the whole set. Like, the only reason we have the whole set is because we have a high rank of CF at the moment. That's alright. What level are we? 24, 6 more levels? Ah, that 42 flat damage, we might not outrun it. We might throw that on the moment we hit level 30 here. I'm definitely going to miss spreading flames, but you thought it was the lizard that did it? Well, it was the lizard that dropped it, but the lizard only dropped one. Since I have CF, if I get one piece, it drops the whole set. So the lizard did drop the one set piece, but I get the whole set because of the CF rank. So it's a combination, I guess. Summon skeleton shard. Why not? Above the 20 sub torch, you can't lose this one. Yeah. This Necro is one of the best HC openings we've had. It's a win-win. God, I tell you what, compared to a lot of the other classes we play early on, this thing feels amazing. Do you know how the set shredder works? Do you only extract the set bonus, or can you extract the abilities of the sets themselves, which would be huge because they could be exclusive? My understanding of it is that you break down the set items and you get some or every one of those affixes is a separate thing. Like I don't know. I don't know which way it works. I don't know if they're all available to get or just one of them is available. Because I know that there are some uniques that have, or set items that have some powerful things. I don't know if you'd be able to use all of it. Yeah, most of those sets can be usable, but they're so high level required to be interesting by the time that you can put them together. Yeah. I also don't know when you can, where you break those down. Is that in the new endgame areas where you can break them down, or can you just do it in any regular crafting area? Like, I don't know when you would be able to craft those on, if you can actually do it early game or not. There's so much unknown. Did it die again? Oh my god. The damn mic. It is dumb. Got a black screen and then no audio? Yeah. It was an F for you the whole time. You didn't get anything to your answer? E. Is it working? Is it fixed? I'm hoping it's fixed. I did the same change I normally make, but I don't know what Twitch problem is. For some reason, it keeps dropping it every day. A couple of hours into stream. It's really dumb. I'm almost done with Twitch. Ooh. Bumpa audio